Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, The Wisdom of Intuition. If you're a return viewer, thank you for being here again, and I hope you like the content on my channel. This is a general reading, so please guys, only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And it is also a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it should resonate, at least in some sense, towards your situation. Before we dive into the reading, I have to tell you what just happened. So I started filming the reading for you guys, but at I think like 6 minutes into the video, I realized that I was talking about Libra and not Pisces, and I was just blown away because you had such an amazing reading, and I was so into it. And then I realized I'm talking to the wrong crowd. So now we start over. So Pisces, my dear Pisces, let's see what your reading is all about. We're gonna take an oracle card from the Healing Stones Oracle to start your reading. So let's see, what do my Pisces need to know? So I gotta be careful not to say Libra again. And this might also be a message for you guys. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Libra, or you maybe have some influences in your natal chart regarding Libra energy. So if it resonates, take it. If not, just leave it. Let's see, what do my Pisces need to know? So we have Emerald, Harmony and Beauty. Emerald opens you up for your partner and revitalizes your togetherness. So it opens you up for you or your partner, I guess, and revitalizes your togetherness. It guides you to harmony and inner beauty. Nice, okay. Then we're going to take a few oracle cards from the Arrows of Love Oracle. What do my Pisces need to know? What do Pisces need to know? We have Proposition. Very nice. What else? We have Lovers in the Night, Temporary. It's quite interesting. It's totally different energy here. But don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of it. What do my Pisces need to know? We have Messenger, Tweet, Tweet. And one more. We have Love Chords. This is a deck which theme is love, but I'm getting here a few things and we're going to dive into it right away. So we have Integrity at the bottom of the deck. So what I feel for you guys is that some of you have been in a relationship or just a situationship which goes from being overly serious to being not serious at all. So it's kind of a hot and cold play, but a bit more intense in terms of I want to marry you and then I just want to have intercourse with you, let's call it like that. And I feel that this is something that has been throwing you out of balance, and I feel it has been something that was very much draining your energy. And for a lot of you, I feel you have come to the point when you no longer want to have this type of interactions with your person. And I feel that many of you will get the urge to cut communication and cut the cords you feel between you and your person, because you want to stay in your integrity. You want to be a person that has certain morals and values and live up to them, because this person has dragged you up and down, questioning whether you have integrity or not. And I feel with the Emerald here, you're finally starting to see that this interaction with your person is not something that you personally want, not in that way. And whether you start acting differently or just decide to cut ties from your person, I feel it will definitely improve your overall state of being. It will revitalize you, because this is draining you. and it's draining you hard. And for my Pisces, this doesn't have to be related to love only. It can be related to work as well, or maybe some family relationships. So like father daughter, mother daughter, maybe some cousin of yours. So something might be going on in other relationships as well, which has this tendency to be overly committed to not being committed at all. And if that is something that you're not okay with, you have been called to change that type of a behavior and stay in your integrity, to be devoted and loyal towards a type of a relationship that you wish to have for yourself, which doesn't include these types of extremes. And if that means cutting communication, if that means blocking certain people, you might be motivated to do that in the end. So it is most important for you, Pisces, to really figure out what is it that you want, what type of relationships you want, what type of work do you want, and then strive towards that, because this current situation will not leave you feeling well. It will just leave you disbalanced, and I feel that you will just be very nervous and very distracted because of this, and you won't be able to work on other aspects of your life. Not really, because I feel you will try, but all of your focus will go towards this relationship, and I feel it will definitely drain you in the end. Okay, let's see what tarot has to say. What do my Pisces need to know here? What do they need to know for their situation? We have the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords. So again, clarity, as I mentioned before. We have the Four of Water, which is the Four of Cups. What else do Pisces need to know here? We have the Queen of Water, which is the Queen of Cups. So much green and blue here, which is very interesting with the Emerald card and your Pisces card as well. Green and blue. So maybe some of you can do a bit of work on your heart and throat chakra, just to see whether there are certain imbalances in those aspects. It's not hard to actually feel whether you have a certain blockage in those chakras. So that's the fourth and the fifth chakra. You can just close your eyes and just feel what is going on in your heart and what is going on in your throat. And if you feel any discomfort or this disbalance, it's definitely a sign that there is some work to be done there. Let's see what else. What do we need to know for Pisces? We have the Ten of Air, which is the Ten of Swords. So what I'm getting is betrayal here, but we're gonna dive into it a bit further. And we have the Emperor. Okay, on the bottom of the deck we have Four of Air, which is Four of Swords. So with the Four of Swords and the Integrity card, I feel that you are in most need of a break, of a timeout, of just retrieving and retreating from the world, from this relationship or whatever this is. And just take some time alone. Take some time to rest, to gather your thoughts, and to sift through your emotions to see where you actually stand with this. Because as I mentioned before, and the Ace of Air or the Ace of Swords depicts here clearly, is that you do not have clarity. You do not have a straight path in front of you. It's in a way blocked. there is an impasse somewhere along that path, and it feels like you cannot go anywhere. But the only reason why you're stuck here is because you don't have a clear view on where you want to go, where you want to take this, what you actually want to achieve. You're kind of stuck here, and you're just focusing on what is. And what is here in this relationship is that you are getting the two opposites, the two extremes in one person. And it's not sustainable, it's not durable, and it will not be long lasting if it continues to show itself in this manner. So a bit of clarity would be most beneficial for you guys, to know what you want and where you are going. It's a prerequisite for any advancement in your life, because if you don't know which path you are taking, and if you don't know what goal you want to achieve, then you can do basically anything, but it will actually get you nowhere because you don't have a direction. You can just wander around and get nowhere because you have nowhere to go. So think about it, Pisces. I know you guys are very much in your fantasies and always thinking about something very romantic and idealize a lot of things, but sometimes it's very practical, and it's most needed for you to set a concrete, material, tangible goal, because that will get you somewhere in life. Otherwise, you will just wander around, and you might end up somewhere. Of course, it's not like you won't achieve anything, but the question is whether you will achieve the thing you were wanting, or you will get something completely different in hopes that it will be somewhere along the line the things you wanted to achieve. And with the Four of Water, which is the Four of Cups, I strongly feel here that you are still very much linked to your past, to what has happened between the two of you. And I feel that you are holding on to this relationship very strongly because you are afraid that you won't find anything else. You're afraid that you won't find anything better. And that is simply just not the case. If we go a bit more in depth into spirituality, into life itself, life is always growing, expanding, always progressing. And if you hold on to the belief that there's nothing better out there for you, you're basically denying life, because life is always progressing in a way. And you have limited yourself to one option, which, to be truthful, is not so good when you look at it objectively, not in line with what you are wanting. And if you decide to look at life in terms of this is the best I get, you have limited yourself instead of opened up your horizons and allowing the abundance of life to bring you something better. It's all about the perspective, about the mindset of how you look at life and how you look at the situation. Because if you're only looking for proof that this is all there is, you will get it. As well as when you look for proof that there is something better than this, you will get it. Because life sustains you. Whatever you choose to believe, life will give it to you. And you have to be mindful, life will not give you everything you want. Life will give you everything you believe. And it's a very important distinction to really understand it. Because if you want a better relationship, and you feel and know and believe that this is the best that it can get, that there's nobody else, guess what? You're not going to get anybody else, but this will not improve because your belief says so. There's nothing better than this. So you have to be very mindful of what your subconscious mind is saying, because your subconscious mind is the one that actually does the manifesting. Everything in life is manifested from our subconscious minds, and some things are very useful and in line with what we want, because in that terms our belief system is in tune with our desires. But there are things in life that we're not satisfied with, and this is the area which you should be really interested in, because belief system around those areas is something that is not in line with your desires. And here is the work you need to do. You need to find what is the limiting belief and change it. Find where the limited belief started. Was it in trauma, or was it in some type of a relationship dynamic that needs to change, and actually do the change. If you're interested in that type of work, I do offer coaching sessions, and I feel that for a lot of you guys, this would be very, very important to actually do in some point of your life. Because if you don't, you will keep repeating this pattern. You won't see a way out. You'll get stuck in the past, and life is already offering you something else, something better, but you with your limited mindset are not able to accept it. You are not trusting life when it comes to this. And we have the Queen of Water, which tells me here that you often get over emotional. You often get so into things that you get emotionally drained. At first you go through an emotional roller coaster, and then it drains you and you cannot continue. You need a timeout, and this is exactly where you're currently at. You need a timeout, because with the 10 of Swords here, I feel that you are already very intuitive about your next move with this relationship, what needs to be done for your own good. And that is cut cords, cut all ties. But you are reluctant to do so because you feel like you will betray the person, yourself, the relationship, and that it will end. And it is tricky because you feel there's nothing better. And that is the main block you have with this. Because if you end it, you have set yourself up for failure, because nothing better can show up. I hope you get this, guys, because this is essential for your progress. If you keep this belief and have a wanting, a desire to end this because that is actually what you feel you should do, you're in conflict with yourself. There's a part of you who doesn't believe things get better, and there's a part of you who has to get rid of this for yourself to be better. So these are two parts of you that are in conflict. And working with our inner parts is one of the works I do as well, to find a way for them to work together so that you can actually make good choices for yourself. It's also part of the coaching sessions. So if some of you decide to try this out, I feel this will be beneficial for you guys. And also we have the Emperor coming out as the last card for you, Pisces. So what I feel here is that you are being called to take authority and reign over your life, over this situation. Take your life in your hands. It is your responsibility, and what you make of it, that is what it will be. And up to this point, you have been in a kind of a limbo, just allowing things to happen, and it has gotten you basically nowhere. And you have been called, summoned to really step into your throne, to step to the throne of your life and actually do something with it. So if you are ready to take this into your hands, I feel you will make massive, massive transformations here. And with the Emperor card, it is also very tangible, very earthy energy, which might be something that you're not quite comfortable with, Pisces. But I think it's time for you to find the balance between your watery energy and the earth energy that is presented here. I feel it's time for you to actually come out of the water, out of all of those emotions you are holding, and try something more constructive, a beautiful balance between water and earth. I feel you will get a lot more results in your life if you learn how to balance these two energies out. Okay, let's see some advice from the Whispers of Love Oracle. What do we need to know for you, Pisces? We have embrace your emotions. Beautiful. Allow your feelings to surface and to be accepted. So what does it mean to embrace your emotions? So I feel you guys are quite in your emotions, so you are not the type of people who repress them. But because you do have so much, you feel so much emotion, you are emotion itself, you can sometimes be quite overwhelmed and you don't have the necessary means or techniques to actually process those emotions. And this is where the earth energy comes in very nicely for you. So when you're up all in your emotions, you need something practical to help you process those emotions. And if you guys are familiar with some techniques such as matrix reimprinting or just reimprinting, or maybe constellations, or maybe theta healing, or whatever technique, I think it will be quite useful for you guys. Because, or just simple tapping, it will do the trick as well for you to be able to process what comes to surface, because you're just groveling in your emotions and you don't know actually what to do with them. And that's why you need a practical approach. You need a systematic and practical approach to your emotions. And when you do that, you will be able to act from your emotions, but in a very balanced and harmonious way. You'll be very well put together, as this emerald card says here. I also forgot to mention that if some of you guys are into crystals like I am, I'm such a huge crystal fan, you might want to get emerald. I feel in this phase of your life, it will be very useful and very helpful for your current situation. Okay, we're going to take one more. I'm going to take one more from the Shine from the Inside Oracle cards. Oh, okay, we have a jumper. So write down your goals and dream big. So it is exactly what I said earlier. You don't know where you're going. You're just floating around in the pool or the ocean of your emotion. And you don't have a specific goal to aspire to. And this is where you get lost. So basically take a piece of paper and write down your goals, and don't limit yourself, whether they are something that can be materialized within a year or 5 years or 10 years. Allow yourself to dream big. Just put down what it is that you want for yourself in this life. And see, once you put it on paper, whether you have an idea what is the first step towards any of those goals, and then take it. So don't get scared because the goals might be quite big, because every goal can be depicted with several smaller goals, and that will be a good place to start for you, Pisces, because if you write several smaller steps you can take, you will feel that the goal is not as big. So write them down, see what it is, and then write smaller goals that will lead you towards the big goal and start doing it. And that's the practical part that is missing for you, Pisces. If you learn to do that, your life will shift dramatically. My dear Pisces, this was your reading, and with you I end this series of horoscopes reading. It was a pleasure to have you. I hope you lasted till the end, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to see more videos. Bye.